being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Georgia Bulldogs. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Crimson Tide offense takes the field to start things off. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it can be a long game.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up. And they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up a tackle for loss.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to fire. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Takes it the other way. Oh, he was hoping for the pick six. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to throw. It's Akbar. The screen, and watch out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. He splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. The pitch to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Got his man on the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
The give to the back. There he goes. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's talk about Alabama. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes along?
It's really tough, and that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on, is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team in the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice.
Run to the right. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
What a weapon this guy is, right? At the tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
Mano-a-mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking to pass. It's Akbar. He's got his man. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He'll do it himself. Slips one guy, now he's loose. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
It's complete on the right side. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Pressure coming. Underheat, and he gets rid of it.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Now the play fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Georgia sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off play action on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Melton. Turning it on. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
The hardest thing to do in college football is tackle in the open field. These guys are so fast, so elusive. You just want to get them on the ground. You see the swing and the miss there. It leads to extra yards. It's so hard for a defense to get those guys in the game.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target. You can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. And you've got to protect your quarterback.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, going to the air. Right on the money. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps and not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, I find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that. And
touchdown, Alabama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. The hand to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking for a man. It's Akbar. Unloads to the right. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first. Not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. This dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Power football with the run. Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. Fires to the big fella. No chance to run, but still a good gain. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Corks one deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Dooley Field inside Sanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Here he comes with return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Back to throw, it's Akbar. Fires one high and deep. Catch inside the 25. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
That's how you have a short memory. That's how you forget about the big play that just happened, and you line up in your stance and you respond. Great job by the defense, lining up, getting after the quarterback, even after they made a big play.
Hauls it in, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Melton. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And off from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grabs it in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Oh, it's a fumble. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Quick strike complete. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Foster. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And 3rd down, great job by this offense. Move the chains, give yourself another.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Georgia 13.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Akbar. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Bama! And the stomping has commenced.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they tack on the extra point. It's 35-13. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. He's loose down the... Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of two-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there, they didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll get this drive going from the 17. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. They go to the ground. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points of how they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Foster. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards over there.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Punch it out of the air. The Tide will get the first down.
Man, there are a lot of players who I think might tense up in that kind of situation. You know you got the lead. It's fourth down, but they just go out and they're on the same page, and they convert, and they're able to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more clock.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Breaks into the open. Big run there. Gets it inside the 20, all the way down to the 14 before he goes out of bounds.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. Got
some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. And he puts through the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Dropping back, it's Akbar. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll leave it with him. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown Tide. The defense takes matters into its own hands. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll run it from the gun. At the 35, it's got room. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw, it's Akbar. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Here's the heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rush is on him. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go toss to get to the perimeter, but how about the DBs beating their blocks and using their speed to get upfield and create the negative play?
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking down the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down. create some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow, needs to continue to build, needs to continue to get better.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Akbar. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and, man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.